Hello everybody. Hello YouTube. Hello art history enthusiasts and visual culture aficionados. It's me again, Miss M, and I'm back with yet another video. And as I've kind of been promising, I guess, in my coffee break, this video here, that I did, according to this, 3 days ago, I wanted to talk about Banksy in this video. And before I get to that, I'm going to talk about Banksy, and I'm going to talk about him in my own special way. If you've been following me, you might have an idea of what I mean by that. But before I get to it, I want to get a little bit of what should I call it? Church business, church announcements out the way. First of all, if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back and watching yet another one of my very long and very involved videos. If you're a new viewer, welcome. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And usually I do this at the end of the video, but I thought maybe I should do it in the beginning for a change, because I'm kind of trying to play around with different things and different methods and whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. And, maybe that it probably shows that I don't know what I'm doing. I'm learning. I have no idea. I'm learning. But, if you have been here before and you like the videos, please consider subscribing. Please consider hitting the like button, the subscribe button, and the little notification bell. Hit that too. Consider sharing the video if you know somebody who would be interested in this material. Comment if you think that I'm wrong, which I might very well be wrong. And if I am wrong, I would love to be the first to know. So please, let me know in the comments what you think, if you like it, if you don't like it, if I did get some factual information wrong, please tell me. Aside from that, this YouTube channel, which again is pretty darn new, I'm just a couple months old here. I've got, my different social media. I've never kind of elaborated on that, but if you go to my About page, you see my little description, which probably needs work. All of my stuff probably needs work. I've got these little links here, my blog, my Twitter. I just started Pinterest. I don't know what I'm doing there. I've got IG and I've got Buy Me a Coffee. So, this is the blog. If you've never clicked on it, same name as my YouTube channel, The Object of Art, and this is theobjectofart.com, curated arts and culture finds for art history, and visual culture enthusiasts. So it's, an earlier version of my current slogan. So this is my latest post today, May 5th. Or actually, no, it's not May 5th. I don't know what time zone this blog is on, but I'm still on May 4th. Never mind. But, the video that I mentioned in, I think this video, the coffee break video, I've put it up here with a little bit of my commentary. I'm gonna put up the other video from 2008, I think, from Morley Safer, and then I'm gonna do, after that, I'm gonna write an opinion piece on it. So this is just, a nice little resource. Yeah, I'm gonna do a music video analysis, and this is, I put up the Banksy exit through the gift shop video that I found on YouTube. I put it up here, and watch it if you're interested. And I put my Banksy, again, opinion piece up here. So I've just started working on this blog for real. So please do check it out if you like it. There are like buttons here. But where are they? Hold on. Come on. This damn thing is slow as molasses in January. But you can share it on Twitter, share it on Facebook. I have a Facebook, but I don't know how to use it. I'm learning. Like I said, I'm learning. And please feel free to like it. If you'd like to comment, there's a place to do that. So, there's that. Also, like I said, I've got my other socials, The Object of Art. Oh dear. DM just popped up, but later. So this is my Twitter for the object of art for art history enthusiasts and visual culture aficionados. So I don't have a whole bunch of followers, but this is where I post when I put up a new blog post. I put it here. So if you're a Twitter person, this would be it, right? This is a promoted tweet. That's not mine. And no, my Twitter is not monetized. None of my shit is monetized. So blog post up. So I've been trying to do blog posts every day. All right. Also, so follow me on Twitter if you want to get word immediately when I put up a blog post. And then there's this. This is my IG, Objects of Art, and I couldn't get the screen name that I wanted, so I had to settle for this. Or maybe I can alter this as well. And I don't just promote my videos here. I put stuff that I find interesting or whatever about art and different works of art. Yeah, I do promote my videos here, but as you can see from the likes, I don't get I don't know how to go viral, and I don't think I ever will, and that's okay. But this is the kind of stuff I'm into. Yes, I'm female, so I like pretty clothes and I like pretty cups and coffee urns and vintage Vogue magazine covers and the Addams Family and the Munsters and so on and so forth. So go ahead and check me out here. Follow me on IG. I'm getting more and more sort of interest. This one, the Namjoon Pike post. Oh my goodness, people seem to enjoy this one. So yeah, this is another place where I kind of like to express myself. And last but not least, as I said, I am not monetized. I took down my subscriber account because there's really not very many. I had like 20 and I think I lost one. It's back down to 19. So, I have a Buy Me a Coffee page. If you would like to, this is of course not mandatory, of course not. But if you like what I do and you would like to support me in some way, shape, or form, this is it. You could buy me a cup of coffee. I am a coffee nut. I am coffee crazy. So, and that's why I called my little segments here Coffee Break, because I realized, those are two things that I really love to do. Coffee and chit chat. So, and this is kind of empty too. I don't have posts here. I don't know what to do with this thing. Like I said, I'm very new to social media, at least on this level of social media. So I don't know how to use this stuff, but I'm learning. I'm going to figure out how to use Pinterest. I might even do TikTok. We shall see. But I'm having a blast. I'm having a blast learning, and I'm having when I get one comment, oh my God, you guys, that just makes me so damn happy when I get like even one single solitary comment on a video or a blog post, or no, not on a blog post, because I just recently opened up comments on the blog post, but like on Twitter, on IG. It's just so much fun. But so that's all the church business. Okay, so if you like this, if you like what I've been doing and you come back to see more of what I've got, well, okay, good, you're in the right place. This is my home page for my video. Oh no, this is the videos page, but you know what I mean. For my video, like, comment, subscribe, share. All right, hit the notification button, the whole thing. So let's get into it. I'm going to talk about, where is he? This fool. Banksy. Banksy. Oh, for goodness sake. And of course, I kind of want to, I don't know if I will. I really don't know if I will categorize this in the true crime or criminal art endeavor. I might as well. He's a vandal, He vandalizes public buildings, so I guess it is a crime, eh? But I don't know. I don't know whether or not I'm going to classify this or categorize this video in the true crime collection, shall we say? I don't know. And look at this here, Banksy. It says, for the payment processor, see Banksy's. Oh, well, was a Belgian payment processor owned by, interesting. Interesting. This goes to what I was saying in my blog post, my opinion piece. Go ahead and check that out on my blog. I just don't trust this person. You know, how can I? We don't even know his name. We don't even know his name. And of course, I lined up all my little links here. How many of them are there? Uno, dos, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So not a huge number of links, but enough so that you get an idea of what I'm going for here. I am not going to analyze his art in this video because I don't give a shit about his art. I really don't. I've been thinking about it, obviously, because here I am doing a video on here dedicating my time to talking about this. Should I try to use polite language? I don't even care. I'm dedicating my time and my energy to talking about this shyster. Okay? I believe he's a shyster. If you disagree, feel free to comment. I've had my first, like, kind of whatchamacallit, kind of angry comment that was blocked. YouTube does a great job of blocking stuff that could be inflammatory or mean or whatever. And I don't even remember what video it's from. I think it was from a hunter video. Where's my last hunter? I gotta get back to work on the hunter videos. Oh, here. It was one of them. I don't know if it was my last one 3 weeks ago, mother and daughter, but they said I'm glorifying hunter. But no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not talking about his issues because I'm concentrating on the art. And, you know, it was a political kind of comment where obviously they're not a fan of his, they're not a fan of his father, and that's not what I'm here to do. All right? I'm not here to talk about his career as, I guess, a lawyer, because that's what Hunter Biden is. He's a trained lawyer. I'm not here to talk about his father's career as a president, vice president, senator. No, that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to talk about the art. So I'm not glorifying anybody or anything. I wasn't glorifying Rudy either. I was just talking about his appearance on the Masked Singer show and what I think it might mean. If I'm going to decipher it as far as symbolism and, what might be going on. Because Rudy, his mind is different. He's different from ordinary people. And whether you like him or don't like him, it doesn't matter. I'm just pointing out that his appearance on this show is very odd. One could even say absurd. And it don't make no sense. So, I'm trying to point, like, it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Neither does Hunter's art, by the way. Yeah, it don't make no sense. But, excuse me, I was clearing my throat. It doesn't make sense. Rudy Giuliani's behavior, his public behavior, makes no sense. Hunter makes, I guess in his own way, even less sense. But I'm talking about them because I find their output interesting, and I think there is something more going on that can only be discussed through the through the lens of art analysis or art language or art speak or whatever, right? So let me get back to this fool Banksy. I'll read this first paragraph, and I think that's all I'll be able to stomach. But I'll definitely leave the link so you can read this whole thing if that's what you want to do. Banksy, here he is. Is a pseudonymous England-based street artist, political activist, and film director whose real name and identity remain unconfirmed and the subject of speculation. Active since the 1990s, his satirical street art and subversive epigrams combine dark humor with graffiti executed in a distinctive stenciling technique. His works of political and social commentary have appeared on streets, walls, and bridges throughout the world. Banksy's work grew out of the Bristol underground scene. Okay. All right. which involved collaborations between artists and musicians. Banksy says that he was inspired by 3D, a graffiti artist and founding member of the musical group Massive Attack. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, Banksy. Banksy displays his art on publicly visible surfaces such as walls and self-built physical prop pieces. Banksy no longer sells photographs or reproductions of his street graffiti, but his public quote-unquote installations are regularly resold, often even by removing the wall they were painted on. Really, I didn't know this shit. Ooh, much of his work can be classified as temporary art. I guess that is self-explanatory. A small number of Banksy's works are official, non-publicly sold. Oh, I'm sorry, I'll do that again. A small number of Banksy's works are officially, non-publicly sold through an agency created by Banksy named Pest Control. Oh, boy. Now they give me something else to think about. Wow. Banksy's documentary film, Exit Through the Gift Shop 2010, made its debut at the 2010 Sundance Film Festival. In January 2011, he was nominated. For the love of Jesus. He was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Documentary Feature for the film. Oh boy. In 2014, he was awarded Person of the Year at the 2014 Webby Awards. Okay. All right. Now this, I'm just scrolling down here. You see it says contents. So the I guess table of contents for this page. There you go. You can read through this if you like. I'm not really gonna concentrate on this. I know some street artists. I've met some of them, and good people, really good people, really good artists, and they're they're not nearly as famous as Banksy. I'm sure they wish they were, but they're good artists and they're good people. And so this is not a comment about street art, actually. I have nothing against street art. It can be beautiful. It can be mesmerizing and amazing and absolutely lovely. Just like most other types of art, it has great potential for, just being beautiful and influencing people in a good way, in a just way. There is this, I guess, criminal element because it involves, in many cases, defacing. One could call it defacing public property. So that part of it is a little, I don't know. Breaking the law is. I'm not so much concerned about the law. I'm concerned about the person breaking the law because I don't want them to go to prison. Just because they wanted to do like a mural, an illegal mural, or whatever, in a public place. But so street art is and can be a wonderful medium and can produce really wonderful work. But I don't think that Banksy is in that category. I think the people that I know are much better artists than him. To be honest with you. So I don't know what to think. I know what I think about Banksy, but I don't know. He's unfortunately, again, you can read through all this shit on your own. Unfortunately, he seems to be like this poster child, this anonymous poster child for a movement that was apparently, by the looks of it, was going on before he got there. How and why he rose to such prominence, I just don't understand. I can't figure it out. I can't. I mean, you could scroll through this, look at some of his work. I just don't. No. It's not bad. It's not terrible. It's not horrible, but it's not... Something is missing here. Something is missing here. And in my opinion, which I'm entitled to, just like everybody else is, right? And so on and so forth. So here's a couple more. Girl with the pierced eardrum. Really, really Banksy. Oh, the Grim Reaper. Near Bethlehem. Oh, golly. ATM attacking a girl. Wow. Wow. Shop until you drop in Mayfair, London. Okay. Yeah, shop until you drop. Really, Banksy? Shop until you drop? Oh, really? Oh, I'm glad I found this. Shop until you drop in Mayfair. This over here on the right. Shop until you drop in Mayfair, London. Banksy has said we can't do anything to change the world until capitalism crumbles. This son of a bitch. In the meantime, we should all go shopping to console ourselves. Asshole. Oh. Yeah, I'm cussing. Because this is definitely cuss-worthy. Somebody like him has the nerve, the absolute nerve, to make statements like that. Now I know, I was a little bit iffy about my blog opinion piece. Now I'm not, I'm convinced. He is definitely a shyster. No question in my mind. Basically, what I was about to say before I started scrolling, this is advertising. Yes, it has an artistic, I guess, bend or swish to it, but it's advertising. It's advertising. It's no different. If you look at these images that he's created, and if you do marvel at them, okay, no problem. But do you also marvel at the billboards on the freeway? Do you also marvel at commercials on TV? Do you also marvel at the pop-up ads are pop-up ads still? I guess they are. On websites that you visit, and they get in your way, and you can't see what you're really trying to read, and because some shit is in your way, some ad. Do you also find those breathtakingly beautiful and poignant, and do you think they have some sort of deep, meaningful message about life and whatever, shit like that? Because if you find these to be deeply meaningful, then you find advertising to be deeply meaningful as well, because that's what he's doing. I don't know what he's advertising, but it's something. It's something. He's he's advertising, and he's not doing it for free. This ridiculous thing down here. Oh, yeah. No, that's another one. I'm not going to get into that one. But where the hell is it? I just saw it down here, too. Come on now. I know I saw the damn thing. It was on the right side over here. No, no. Oh, for Pete's sake. Why do I always get myself into situations where I find something and I say, oh, wow, this is... there it is. Shop until you drop. I'm just going to leave this right here. Again, I'll leave the link for this Wikipedia page. And, if you want to look through this, feel free. I'm going to leave... I might refer to this again. You never... What the hell? Banksy once... Oh, I gotta look at this for a second. Banksy once characterized graffiti as a form of underclass revenge, or guerrilla warfare that allows an individual to snatch away power, territory, and glory from a bigger and better equipped enemy. I was about to cuss for real. Banksy sees a social class component to this struggle, remarking, if you don't own a train company, then you go and paint on one instead. Well, Banksy's work has also shown a desire to mock centralized power, hoping that their work will show the public that although power does exist and works against you, that power is not terribly efficient, and it can and should be deceived. Is that what he's doing? Is that what he's doing? Holy moly. Ah, okay. All right. The nerve. The nerve, the nerve, the nerve. I'm going to say that a lot in this video. Anyway, let's just move on. I've got all these links to get through. Exit Through the Gift Shop. This piece of shit. Exit Through the Gift Shop, a Banksy film, is a 2010 British documentary film directed by street artist Banksy. It tells the story of Thierry Guerra, a French immigrant in Los Angeles, and his obsession with street art. The film charts Guerra's constant documenting of his every waking moment on film, from a chance encounter with his cousin, the artist Invader, to his introduction to a host of street artists with a focus on Shepard Fairey and Banksy, whose anonymity is preserved by obscuring his face and altering his voice, to Guerra's eventual fame as a street artist himself. It is narrated by Rice Ifans. I hope I pronounced that correctly. The music is by Jeff Barrow. It includes Richard Hawley's Tonight the Streets Are Ours. The film premiered at the 2010 Sundance Film Festival on the 24th of January 2010, and it was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Documentary Feature. I just can't. Now, if you suspected that the Oscars were a sham, I guess this is your confirmation, eh? All right. Anyway, since its release, there has been extensive debate over whether the documentary is genuine or a mockumentary. The fuckery. The fuckery. I just can't. Although Banksy answered yes when asked if the film is real. How did they know? I mean, how did these people know who they were talking to if he's anonymous? Shit. How can they be sure? I guess somebody knows, eh? I guess somebody knows. So, you know, this Get Up person, I think if I remember the film correctly, I think this Thierry Guerra, his art name, his street art name is Mr. Brainwash. Make of that what you will, you guys. I suggest you go ahead and you watch this. I showed you on the blog post I put up a YouTube video that I found of this documentary, and go to my blog, it'll be there, scroll down or whatever, or look at the recent posts and it'll be there. Go ahead if you're curious, if you've never seen this piece of shit before in your life, and you've heard you've heard the hype. People have been kind of pumping it up and making it sound amazing, and for some reason it just passed you by, and I guess we're smart enough not to fall for the okie doke. Here, my blog post with the video, there's your chance. Go ahead and watch it. If you want a good laugh, go right on ahead over there and see what all the fuss is about. Why don't you? You never know. Even when you're watching something that is just terrible. No, it doesn't have any redeeming qualities whatsoever. You still might learn something. And that's the value of the experience. You might learn something. It might be painful because it's not a very good documentary or mockumentary. That's why I just can't believe that this piece of shit got nominated for an Oscar. But then again, they've been a joke for a while, haven't they? The Academy, the Oscars. Oh, for Pete's sake. If it wasn't for the slap heard around the world, nobody would have watched that shit this year. Come on now. We all know this. But that, again, that's just my opinion. If I'm wrong, let me know. Anyway, so this Exit Through the Gift Shop, a Banksy film. Exit Through the Gift Shop. I mean, I didn't quite... This ridiculous title, Exit Through the Gift Shop, I suppose, it alludes to the idea that when you go to a museum, whether it's a big one or a small one, whether it's an art museum or any kind of museum, really, exit through the gift shop means that you kind of quite literally exit through the gift shop. And on your way out, you buy little souvenirs, whatever they've got there, postcards, coffee mugs, calendars, prints, books, what have you, and by purchasing these little items, these little trinkets, you feel like you're buying a piece of the art that maybe you just saw in that very same museum, right? And it's a consumerist, I've used that word. It's a consumerist like trap. So the gift shop of a museum, right? What exactly are you buying when you go to a museum gift shop? That's a good question, but I don't think that they're really thinking that deeply here. Or maybe they are. Maybe it's just like a, double entendre joke. And the joke is on you. No matter what you're looking at in this movie, the joke is on you, the viewer. The fact that you fell for the okie doke and you decided to watch the movie, like I did. I didn't for the longest time. I was like, okay, who is Banksy? Who cares? What's the point? Why should I watch this nonsense? And people were like, oh, you should see it. You should see it. It's really good. And I said, okay, fine. All right, let me see it. And I saw it. And I saw it with a bunch of people. I wasn't alone when I watched it. And I said, oh, what a disappointment. I knew immediately something was wrong with this movie. Just didn't know how to put it into words. And I kind of still don't. They're basically telling you that you, the viewer, you, Mr. or Mrs. or whatever, you are enthusiast. You have been deceived. You've been deceived by people like him. Whoever, I assume it's a him. I could be wrong. But whoever Banksy is, Banksy is deceiving you. And maybe even it's not so much Banksy, but, somebody runs Banksy. Somebody is in charge of that identity and the output and the marketing and the whatever. And that's why statements like this, underclass revenge, the fuck, shop until you drop. We can't do anything to change the world until capitalism crumbles. Okay, cool. People are entitled to their opinion. Again, I'm not commenting on that. No. If you think capitalism is the problem, you might be right. I don't know. I'm not an economist. But Banksy thinks capitalism is the problem. Okay, so let's go on over to our next link, Banksy print value. I don't know quite what to do with this website, but it's got a whole bunch of statistics on it. Look at these fucking prices. Okay, you've got the print name, prints, not originals, not paintings, no, prints. And it says when they were last auctioned, and then it says their value in pounds sterling, which I'm not about to go convert all of these numbers to US dollars, which is, no, I'm not going to do that. But for example, there's signed and unsigned. There's the date last auctioned, okay? And I guess you could organize, no, you can't organize it by date, damn it. Okay, whatever. March. Let's just look at March. March 2022. It's a signed one. It's called Basquiat. It's a play on the names mashed together, Banksy and Basquiat. Okay, got it. How much? 175,500 pounds. 175,500 pounds. What? This is the print value expert range. I don't know where they get these numbers. The highest, The highest in the expert range, the highest price is 100,000. It's sold for 75,500 pounds more than the highest value of the expert range. Now, where do they get these numbers? I have no freaking clue. I don't know. This is Banksy. I'll put the link if you want to study this, analyze it, whatever. Banksy print value. Our mission is to provide transparency and support on Banksy Print's pricing. We offer you Banksy Print Index BPI. Oh my God. Based on greater than 2,000 auction transactions, more than 2,000 auction transactions, print value estimates, providing best possible assessment of Banksy print prices and value insights, bringing to your attention relevant trends in Banksy print value. Okay, listen. Wait, where's the damn price? Print value. Should I? Oh. Okay, so I guess these are the lower numbers. Wait a minute, I'm looking. Hold on, is it lowest to highest? Yeah, is it? Oh, yeah. I think I got it. 436,750. Okay. All right, so the lowest print value, automated estimate of value for a print. Okay, and the last average price. And again, I don't know how to interpret these because I don't really know what's going on. All right. All right, let me see if I can do this the other way around. I guess the most expensive one here is print value 436,750, and then the last. Let me see what I can do with this last average price. Okay, 405. Am I saying this right? Yeah, $405,000 for Girl with Balloon, which is, the one parodied on this coffee cappuccino art here, right? So $405,000, like in plenty of places on planet Earth, you can still, for $405,000, buy a house. Just to, put it in perspective, or dollars, these are pounds, so, but, that kind of value, you could still do a whole, if an ordinary person could do a whole bunch of stuff with 405,000 pounds, and whatever that is converted into a dollar amount. Something is terribly wrong. What's going on here? So again, this is for you. Go ahead and look at it if this intrigues you and interests you and whatever. Let me move on to my other, and now, my other links. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked. Wide walls. Did I? No, I haven't. Maybe I did already in my coffee break video. But the most expensive Banksy artwork sold in auctions. Artists in focus, artworks in focus, top. Okay. Not too long ago, there was a time when Banksy's art would sit at art galleries unsold or sold for a few $100s at best. When was that? This article is dated March 24th, 2021. So the information is about a year old. A little more than a year old. Maybe 13 or 13 and a half months old. Okay. Not too long ago. When? When was that? 20 years ago? 20 years ago? Okay, I guess you could say 20 years ago, not too long ago, whatever. But the times have changed dramatically over the last decade, and there has been a series of Banksy's art for sale auctions that broke records. The growing cult, for the love of Jesus, the growing cult following of this elusive artist and the mysteriousness shrouded around his identity makes his work to be incredibly sought after. With a loss of faith in complex investment vehicles, please remember that, it appears that, as Damien Hirst once bluntly commented, people would rather put their money into butterflies than banks. Really, Damien? Okay. We take a look at the most expensive Banksy artworks that have been sold at auctions throughout the artist's career, from least to most expensive. All right. Editor's tip. Banksy, you are an acceptable... what the hell? Oh, okay, cool. Now, let's go on. Space Girl and Bird. Okay, so I'm not going to go through all of these because there's like, how many? Hold on. I don't know how many there are. There's a lot. They don't even number them. But, okay, so this one, did they say we will go through, how did it, from least to most expensive. Okay, so this is the least expensive out of his most expensive. This is the least out of the most expensive categories. Space Girl and Bird. It was sold to a telephone bidder from the U.S. for a surprising $479,926, skyrocketing from its highest estimated value of $30,000. Wow. Okay. Then you have this one, Think Tank, 516 approximately thousand. All right. Then you have this one, this googly-eyed Rembrandt, 541 and some thousand. All right. Silent Majority, 550,000. Vandalized Phone Box, 550,000. Yeah. The Rude Lord. Oh, for Pete's sake. Okay. Again, another 550, exceeding its estimated price of around $400,000. Okay. This one, Fuck the Police. The nerve. The nerve. 561. Okay. Monkey Detonator. Where is it? 587,544. Okay. All right. Laugh Now on palette 2005. 764,000. Okay, so you see these prices are climbing higher and higher and higher. Okay, let's get on with it. Happy Shopper. Happy Shopper. Yeah, this might be my thumbnail. I don't know. Happy Shopper, 689,512. Which one? This Mona Lisa. All right, 915,013. All right. Bacchus at the Seaside, 769,298. Okay. Another Phone Box. 960,000. All right. I think we're getting closer to the end. Simple Intelligence Training. Whatever. There it is. Fetching an incredible price of 1,093,400. This one, the girl with the balloon. This. The one that started to self-destruct. Okay. That which just made it more expensive, by the way. 1,135,219. The EU referendum. The nerve of him. The nerve of him. 1,241,583. All right. This one. Keep it spotless. Okay. Where is it? Where is it? 1,700,000. Okay. Making it the most expensive Banksy ever sold. But then what is this? Devolved Parliament. Where is this? The art. Oh well, what do you know? This is what Banksy himself commented on the news, which broke yesterday at Sotheby's Contemporary. The artist Devolved Parliament was sold for $12,142,893, breaking his previous record multiple times. Should we also add that the painting was estimated at $2 million? Oh, if this ain't money laundering, I don't know what the fuck is. Oh, there's another one? Oh, okay, even more expensive than Devolved. This one. Oh, see, if they numbered them and told you how many, it would be a much more enjoyable experience. Love is in the air. Okay, great. 12,903,000. Okay. And then I think this is the final one. In May 2020, an artwork appeared on the wall of the University Hospital, Southampton. It looked familiar. Could it be Banksy? All right. Indeed, it was. The elusive street artist painted a picture of a young boy playing with dolls, but while Batman and Spider-Man was still in the toy basket, the protagonist and the boy's center of attention was a nurse. Banksy hence created a heartfelt thank you to the NHS staff during the first wave of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. What? You mean to tell me this fool, during, at the height, as they say, at the height of the pandemic, when they would tell everybody stay home, that's exactly what he didn't do. Everybody said, oh no, stay home, stay the hell home, don't go nowhere, because it's dangerous, there's germs everywhere. That's what they were telling us. And Banksy, no, he didn't stay home. He wanted to do something nice for the, what does it say here? What does it say here? Oh yes, a heartfelt thank you to the NHS staff during the first wave of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. Did they get any of the money that this sold for? I mean, that would have been a much nicer thank you if you wanted to help them. If you wanted to say thank you to the NHS staff. The artist even received special permission to use the iconic Red Cross logo in the work, a request this organization rarely grants. Well, goddamn. This just, I must say it. I know it might be old, but I don't care. It's good. You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? I find it very suspicious. And again, I could be wrong. You know what? I wish I was wrong. People, viewers, listeners, wonderful people that are watching and listening to me right now. I wish I was wrong. I hope, or maybe I should say I hope. I wish I was wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. That's why I'm saying with such certainty. I wish I was wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. But I wish I was wrong. And if I'm wrong about not being wrong, I hope I'm wrong. I know that just didn't make any sense at all. But you know what I mean, right? I wish I was wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. Both at the same time. I don't think I am, though. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Rarely granted? Really? And while reproduction of the work remains in University Hospital, and while a reproduction of the work remains in University Hospital Southampton, the original of the Game Changer was auctioned off at Christie's 20th Century Art Evening Sale on March 23rd, 2021, selling for $23,176,314 and becoming Banksy's most expensive artwork ever sold in auction. Proceeds from the sale of the artwork will be used to support health organizations and charities across the UK that enhance the care and treatment provided by the NHS. Christie's will donate a significant portion of the buyer's premium to these causes. Okay, who bought it? They don't say that here. They could, I guess, if they knew, right? They don't tell us who bought it. They say that allegedly the proceeds will go to support health organizations and charities across the... Ooh, that doesn't make me feel any better. No, it don't. That enhance the care and treatment provided by the NHS. All right. Christie's will donate a significant portion of the buyer's premium to these guys. Christie's. What the hell? Oh. I wonder if any of these nurses are going to get any of that money. That's just me being skeptical and cynical. And yeah, $23,176,314. That's a lot of fucking money. It is. It's a lot of money. I hope it helps somebody. That would be great, if it were true, for a change. Banksy. And now they're singing his praises. Planet Banksy, the man, his work, and the movement he has inspired. Oh, it's a book? Is this a book? Oh, I guess it is. I don't know. Oh, let me just move on. Let me just move on to the next one. Here we are, my favorite art news. ArtNet News. Banksy's famed shredded artwork, Love is in the Bin, sells for a record 25.4 million. I guess that exceeds, what was this one? 23? Yeah, broke his own record in October of the same year that he sold the nurse one. Okay. Banksy's famed shredded artwork, Love is in the Bin, sells for a record 25.4 million at Sotheby's, 18 times the non-shredded price. It's a joke. It's a joke. And you are the punchline. Plain and simple. There's no other way to say it. Anyway, this is from October 2021. Sotheby's was careful that Banksy had no more funny business planned, even though the 2018 stunt only enhanced the work's value. Okay, so you can read through this. This is somehow I guess he played some kind of practical joke where he took this picture and this bottom part of the frame, I assume, I'm not sure, is a shredder, and it half shredded the picture and half of it still remained in the frame and the other half just dangled down here, the fringe of it. Oh, Banksy's Love is in the which work of art becomes far more valuable after it is damaged by the artist, whose identity, as it happens, is unknown. The riddle this riddle only has one answer. Banksy's Love is in the Air. No, Love is in the Bin. 2018, which sold on Thursday evening in London for 18.6 million, which is pounds, which is $25.4 million, setting a new record for the anonymous street artist. Street my ass. Almost 3 years ago to the date, the work became a global sensation in the same sales room. Mere moments after the original artwork, Girl with Balloon, sold for a then record £1 million, or $1.4 million, it promptly self-destructed as a shredder hidden inside the frame activated, slicing the bottom half of the picture. Banksy took ownership of the stunt soon after and released a viral video revealing that the work was supposed to shred entirely, but the mechanism malfunctioned during the sale. He issued it a new certificate of authenticity and gave it a new name. Love is in the Bin. Well, no, it's not in the bin. What is he talking about? What bin? I guess, if we're going to believe this story, they expected the whole thing to get shredded, and I guess what then? Be tossed into a garbage can or bin? Yeah, okay. This week, the anonymous buyer of that work, said to be a European woman, put it back on the block at Sotheby's, where it was expected to fetch between 4 million and 6 million pounds, 5.5 million and $8.2 million. It ended up selling for considerably more than that, 3 times the high estimate and 18 times what she paid for it 3 years ago. 9 people chased the work for more than 10 minutes, according to Sotheby's. The successful bidder was a collector in Asia. Wow. The auction house said, Banksy's auction market has exploded over the past year. His top 3 auction prices have all been set in 2021. In the first 7 months of the year, his work generated $125.5 million on the block. making him the 5th best-selling artist according to the ArtNet price database. Notably, that total is almost as much as his work has generated at auction in all previous years combined. Banksy's market success has been driven by a dramatic increase in the volume of his works at auction. Don't you find that suspicious? It spiked almost 320% over the past 5 years, as well as an increase in the value of his work. His average price has grown 675% since 2016. Banksy, Banksy, Banksy. While an artist like Monet doesn't have enough material available to enable this kind of glut, Banksy has a robust secondary market for his prints as well as for his harder-to-come-by paintings. Oh my God. Again, I'm going to put this link for you to look at. Feel free. This one. This is, again, listen, the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists. These are the people who did the Panama Papers, the Pandora Papers, and then I think another one as well. From Banksy to Picasso, offshore world awash in valuable art. The Pandora Papers reveal more than 1,600 works of art secretly traded through tax havens. Now, this is from January of this year. All right, 2022. It's a heck of a read. Banksy is mentioned in this article 22 times because I used Control F, all right, or Command F, or whatever. I don't know. 22. Banksy, the elusive British street artist, built a global reputation, creating subversive works that stick a thumb in the eye of the establishment. Do they really? The nerve. A screen print portrays a crucified Jesus holding shopping bags. Another shows paintings up for sale. I can't believe you morons actually buy this shit, reads one. Banksy later rigged a frame to shred a painting, which happened immediately after it sold for $1.4 million. Now, if that don't tell you something, the thing started to shred immediately after it sold for $1.4 million. It's a joke. They know the joke. They're in on the joke. And you and me, art enthusiasts, visual culture aficionados, that's what we are. That's why we're here. Unfortunately, a lot of us take this shit seriously. And we try to figure out, like, okay, what's going on here? What is the message? What is the... what is there something deeper and more beautiful about this art? How can we analyze it in an art historical way? How can we use maybe things like philosophy or even theology or whatever to try to figure out works of art? That's what art historians do. That's what art historians do. And if you're into art history, that's what's going on. That's what the art historian is trying to figure out. How is a work of art a part of the place, the time, the context in which it was created? Yeah? This shit. I'm not saying it's not art. Because the criteria for something to qualify as art is you could play with it kind of fast and loose. All right, but this, I don't know if this qualifies, because just this is an open slap in the face kind of joke to people like you and me who are trying to figure out what's going on with art, various art from all different time periods, all different cultures, all different genres and everything, from paintings to sculptures to photographs to collages to film to performance art. We're trying to figure out, we enjoy it, we know there's something there. There is in many works of art. It doesn't, some people might like it, some people might not like it, but art is a vehicle for communication. That's what it is. What are they communicating here? They're communicating that they think you people like you and me, us ordinary folks, they think that we're trash. That is what I believe is being communicated with art such as this here, created by this individual, the artist known as Banksy, whoever he is. But even as Banksy's art rebukes consumer culture and capitalism, does it really? How can they be sure of that? I don't know how they can make statements like this. Oh, just because the artist said so? Okay, fine. It has been swept up into a parallel financial system that many experts say represents the worst of what his art often critiques. Okay, yeah, they're right. The, what is it called? The International Consortium of Investigative Journalists, Sila Alekti. I hope I pronounced that lady. I assume it's a lady's name, right? Yeah, couldn't have put it better myself. It represents the worst of what his art often critiques, or seems to critique. I would put the word seem. That's the only alteration I would make to that sentence. He seems to critique consumerism and capitalism and whatever. No, he's not critiquing it. Not even a little bit. Just because he's like, whoever this person really is, has put out a statement that said, "Oh yeah, I'm against capitalism." Are you? Are you really? We're just supposed to take their word for it, are we? Okay, all right, let me keep going. Leaked documents show that beginning in 2009, London financial broker Maurizio Fabris used an offshore trust to buy more than a dozen Banksy pieces, including several that are now iconic, a rendition of Girl with Balloon, Flower Thrower, and 2 versions of Rude Copper, which portrays a police officer giving the middle finger to the viewer. Fabris signed a contract with the trust managers, Asia City Trust, that allowed him to display the art at home at no cost. When a trust becomes the legal owner of assets, the collector may be able to avoid or defer taxes on wealth, estate, and capital gains. Wow. Wow. Fabris's trust later sold 3 of the Banksy works to a London gallery managed by Banksy's former agent. Well, he has an agent, does he? The way he talks, you would expect him not to, right? But anyway, while the broker and his business associates came under criminal investigation in Italy for alleged tax fraud. It's terribly ironic, said John Zarabel, a San Francisco University associate professor and author of The Art and the Global Economy. Banksy's work attracts not only authority, but the political and economic structures that undergird the art world. But when you become a famous artist like Banksy has, your work gains lots of value, and then it can become a tool in these kinds of schemes by the ultra-wealthy in order to hide their wealth. Yeah, that's basically it. The artist, this poor artist, he just tried to do something nice. Make, painting on buildings and shit. He tried to do something nice. Make a social statement and fight, use quote-unquote guerrilla warfare to fight the enemy, which what I call in my little posts on my blog the capitalist boogeyman, right? That's, wow, he's trying to slay the capitalist boogeyman. Oh, and even though he's trying to do that, he just can't help it that his art has become a tool in these kinds of schemes by the ultra-wealthy in order to hide their wealth. That's not Banksy's fault. That's not Banksy's fault. It's maybe his agent's fault. No. I mean, why would Banksy work with an agent that's prone to corruption? I mean, the thing is, they're making it sound like he can't help but create artworks that end up involved in these kind of schemes. Yes, he can. He can create artworks and not sell them. I mean, if these prices that we're looking at are correct, he should be okay. He should be pretty much set for life, right? As they say. I could be wrong, But he could just very easily stop selling art, or stop publicizing any new art that he's making. He could do art in his home if that's what he likes to do, or or stop painting on buildings. That's another option, But no, the records detailing the Banksy transactions are found in the Pandora Papers, a huge cache of documents that describe financial holdings of hundreds of politicians, oligarchs, business tycoons, and criminals. Art has become an increasingly popular store of value in the offshore world, the documents show, with pieces traded by shell companies and trusts whose ultimate ownership is often hidden from authorities and the public. Well, all right, yeah. Come on now. Fabris chose Banksy's works for the artist's ability to deal with socio-political themes with extraordinary effectiveness. Oh, Banksy didn't respond to ICIJ's request for comments. I wonder why. Poor little dear. In Banksy we trust. What is this? A 2015 document from the Pandora Papers shows the ownership structure of Heritage International Trust, established by Mauricio Fabris. Okay, y'all can look at this if you want to. In 2000, okay, so this kind of tells you what he bought of Banksy's and when he bought it. Okay. Fabris. Okay, all right. 7 of 15. Okay, one had a simple message. Abandon hope. Oh, God. Oh, dear. This is good. This is good. I'm glad I found this article. Because, like I said in my other video, I think this one, Money Laundering in the Art World Explained, the fact that Banksy is an anonymous artist is just perfect for this kind of thing. Because they could basically, like, throw together anything and claim that it's a Banksy. Whoever Banksy is. Banksy might not even exist, by the way. I mean, I don't know if you've ever considered that possibility. If you know about Banksy and you've followed his career and his, quote unquote creative output, he might not even be a real person. He might be like a factory or a workshop. Maybe not a factory, but a workshop of, people who just get together and, somebody like the head honcho says, okay, like, I need you to go to this location, this building, and I need you to do an image of whatever and stencil it onto the building with spray paint or however they do it. This is what I need you to do. And they go. And it could be anybody. It could be anybody or a collection of anybody's. And that might be who Banksy really is. All right. And what I'm saying, it sounds awful. Why would anybody? It's not unprecedented. Artists' workshops are not unprecedented. All right. They've been around for a long time. So this might, whoever Banksy really is might be that. That's just me speculating. I'm not stating that that's what's going on. I'm stating that that might be what's going on. And there's really no way for us to know. And that's because this is like the Wikipedia page oh, well, there she is again. Wikipedia page speculates about who this person might be. They can't be sure unless somebody comes out and says, yeah, I'm Banksy. There's no way. There's no way. And it could be one person. It could be several people. Okay, and those people, and maybe that's why there are several candidates for who, what's the true identity of this person, right? That might be what's going on. The fact that this person's artwork is so often involved in these kind of dirty deeds or dirty deals, rather. The Pandora Papers reveal more than 1,600 works of art secretly traded through tax havens. And I don't know how many. There are a bunch of them are Banksy's. Not all 1,600 of them, no. But like a bunch of them are Banksy's. 12. This Fabris character got 12 of them. He paid $750,000 for 12 Banksy artworks in 2009 when he was still, quote unquote, an unknown. I mean, that's kind of redundant, but you know what I mean. Including a copper rendition of Girl with Balloon. 2009. 750,000. So I'm not going to go through this again, but just imagine how much the value or the price of those 12 works rose over time. One hell of an investment. He probably got plenty done with that, and once again, probably using that artwork, these 12 artworks of Banksy's as collateral for maybe this, that, or the other loan. You know what? You can see where I'm going with that. I'm not even going to continue, but let me move on. I've already been talking for more than an hour. This is a pretty good article too. NFTs, a new frontier for money laundering. Now, they mentioned Banksy 3 times here in the where is it? I have to read this whole damn sentence. Okay. In the real world, for example, an individual might attempt to replicate a famous piece of art and sell it as a forgery. Similarly to physical art, there are opportunities to forge NFTs, those non-fungible tokens that nobody seems to know what they really are, those things. In March 2021, a hacker created a piece of digital artwork and put it up for sale on an online marketplace, claiming it was a limited edition Banksy print. I kind of don't blame him. How are they gonna? I mean, I guess they proved it that it wasn't authentic, but why do you think they chose Banksy? Because it could be anybody. Anyway, to add authenticity, the creator hacked into the official Banksy website and posted a link to the NFT. The token sold for roughly £244,000. In a final twist, however, the funds were returned by the hacker following the sale. Hacked into the website. The shit they expect people to believe. Okay, hold on. 2, 3. Oh, yeah. A fake NFT, which was... Oh, is this it? Oh, for God's sake. Oh, okay, more. Oh, this, yes. So this is just a repeat of the International Consortium article from the art newspaper. Pandora Papers reveal 1,600 works of art secretly traded in tax havens. The art reportedly includes more than a dozen works by Banksy bought by the London-based financier Maurizio Fabris via an offshore trust in New Zealand since 2009. More than a dozen, huh? So let's say it's like 16. So 16 over 1,600, that's 1% of this stuff the Pandora Papers have revealed. So about 1%, let's just say for the sake of making this easy, because I'm not good at math. 1% of the works of art secretly traded in tax havens comes from Banksy. 1%. That might not sound like a lot, but that's, I mean, out of all the artists on planet Earth, and there are so many of them, living and dead, that they could have used for this shit. And it is shit. This is fakery, foolery, fraud, fuckery. Yeah. They're lying and they're stealing money and they're hiding money and they're trying to wash it, which I don't understand, like the term money laundering, because that's kind of not what really happens. They just provide, like, they cut off the trail that would lead you to the original source of the money. And then the money is kind of reborn into something else because it's, they purchase art with it or something like that. So that's, I guess you could characterize that as washing, but I would say it's more like an identity change. I don't know. But anyway, moving on. So 1% of all this shit is Banksy's work. That's a lot. That's a lot. Out of all the famous artists on planet Earth that, the prices of their art are sky high. Picasso, Dali, Andy Warhol, Jean-Michel Basquiat, which we've been seeing his name a lot too. Monet. Yeah, these Renaissance masters. Van Gogh. Bunch of them. There's a bunch of them. Okay. I even feature some of them on my Instagram page, and I'll be featuring more of them. Millions and millions and millions of dollars. Their art sells for it. So 1% of them are Banksy artworks. What are the odds, really? I don't know if they break this down, and I'm not about to reread the same information again that I read, but if you want to, I will definitely provide this link to the art newspaper. So 1% of these, approximately 1% of these 1,600 works of art secretly traded in tax havens revealed by the Pandora Papers are Banksy artworks. 1 out of 100. That's the ratio. 1 out of 100. That tells me something. Like I said, there's a lot of famous artists on planet Earth. Not just in the Western world, by the way. Not just European artists, not just American artists. No. There's plenty of artists. Very high-priced art coming from China. Nobody ever talks about it, at least not the general public. But yeah, there was like a period of time, about 2008 or so, or late 2000s, early 2010s. Oh, ever so much art was coming from China. There were galleries that specialized in Chinese art, Chinese contemporary art. Expensive as hell. Why, are there works in this 1600? I don't know, and I'm not about to look, but then final article, okay, and then I'll be done. High-end art, a haven for money laundering. This is from Truth Technologies. I don't know who these people are, but I found this article and I said, what the hey? Again with the Pandora Papers, they're mentioning that again. Okay, so I'm not gonna reiterate that because, again, I just said it. High-end art, a haven for money laundering. High-end art is quickly making the scene for an increase in financial crime. Banksy is a popular artist whose themes consist of anti-establishment sentiments and rebukes consumer culture and capitalism. His art has ironically... Oh, this is like that Alanis Morissette song. No, this ain't ironic. No. His art has ironically become the latest target for money laundering activity. Ironically. The nerve. The nerve. The nerve, ironically. I just don't know. Again, I'm laughing because what else are you going to do? More or less, the purchase and the sale of these works of art make this kind of crime possible, and it also, not just that it makes it possible, but they use this art basically to do it right in front of everybody's face. They're not really trying to hide it. They're not. And that's why it's so infuriating. That's why it's so infuriating, because they're like I said in my blog post, go check it out. They're using these auctions and these art sales and all this hype and all this nonsense as basically a MacGuffin. Go ahead and look up what a MacGuffin is. It's something that was frequently used in Alfred Hitchcock movies, but they're using it as a MacGuffin for what's really going on. What's really going on? You're focused on the art, and you're focused on the spectacle and the glamour, and, marveling at the fact that, oh, who has that kind of money to spend on one painting? And again, we're thinking like poor people because we are. We are. We're dazzled by these large sums of money, and it never dawns on us, okay, like, where did they get all that money? And why, if they, they got all that money, however they got it, probably by doing some shady shit, and the money is, now, I mean, this is probably why they call it money laundering, because the money is dirty, because the money is a product or the proceeds of illegal activity, criminal activity, like selling drugs, selling people, selling illegal weapons, whatever. So they use this to, I guess, wash the money and cover up the trail of where it came from. Yeah, that's what's going on. And that's what Mr. Banksy, that's what his art has ironically become the latest target for money laundering act. Ironically, my ass. We don't even know who he is. We're supposed to take his word for it that he's, what does it say here? Anti-establishment. And he rebukes consumer culture and capitalism. Yeah, sure he does. That's why he hasn't stopped doing work. That's why he hasn't stopped doing art that ends up selling for this much money. Because he's an anti-establishment, anti-capitalist, anti-consumer culture person. If he really wasn't anti all of that, he would just stop doing art. Not let anybody know about it. Find a different way to do it that doesn't allow his art to be basically a vehicle for crime. Okay? That's how I feel. That's how I feel, and that's it, and that's all. Now, like I said, go ahead and check out my dish. Oh, yeah. Please. Maybe I should use this for my thumbnail. I don't know. I just don't know. This thing. I'm trying to pick a good one. Like, trying to pick a good one. We shall see. We shall see. But yeah, check out, like I said, check out my blog post. Check out my IG. Check out my Twitter. So I mean, something ain't right. Something ain't right. Am I right about what I think it is that ain't right? I don't know. I'm just trying. Just trying to make sense of it because it doesn't make sense. And in many cases, in life, in work, in so many different areas of activity or endeavor, we think that, if something doesn't make sense to us, it's because we're not very smart. Because, we don't have the training or the knowledge or the skills or whatever, or the experience to be able to know what's going on. And that's why we don't get it, because we're not very smart, we're not very bright, we're not very educated. No, God damn it. No, I'm here to help you. I'm here to boost your confidence. If shit don't make sense, it's because it's not supposed to. In many cases, if it doesn't make sense, it's because it's not supposed to make sense. At least not to you and me. So take heart. No, you're not dumb. No, you're not. You're not stupid. You're not uneducated. You're probably very bright. You just don't know it. You just don't know it. Don't let them lie to you. So, yeah. I think I've said everything I have to say for this video. I mean, I try as hard as I can to bring you the best articles, the best links, the best information. And yes, I interpret it in my own special way. Again, if I'm wrong, let me know. Let me know in the comments, because I know there's always a possibility that I could be wrong about something, or I've misinterpreted something, or maybe I've just let my emotions guide me, and that's, that's not a good thing. Because when your emotions guide you, you don't think very clearly. But other than that, I think I'm done for this video. I think I'm done. And once again, I'll reiterate, if you liked it, please do hit the like button, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share if you know somebody who would like these. Check out my socials. And until next time, I don't know what I'm going to talk about next time. I'm done talking about this fool. I think I might finally do my Shining video next time in a couple of days. I might do a coffee break video. We shall see. But once again, thank you. If you've come back, thank you for coming back. If you're new, thank you for looking. Thank you for clicking and watching for however long you've been watching. If you made it this far, you are awesome, and I appreciate you so much. You're wonderful. So until next time, until I find another reason to talk at you, I will go ahead and bid you bye-bye. So, bye-bye, everybody.